points finish. Keep up the good work.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 4th episode of my F1 career mode. This week, we are in Shanghai. My qualifying objective is to finish 15th, my race objective is to finish 12th, and I have to say, I hate this circuit. It is my least favourite circuit on the calendar. I don't know why, but I've never been quick around here. I've never been that quick at the game anyway, but around here, I just hate it, it's awful. Just do not enjoy it. So let's get it out the way, nice and quickly. Right, heading straight into practice. As you can see, we have an R&D objective. I've got to beat a 2-minute 10 within 7 laps. Now, I know I said I don't like the circuit, but a 2-minute 10 isn't exactly difficult. And as is tradition on this career mode, I go wide on my first lap. And I also went wide here at the hairpin. And we're just going to put in a counter here. See how many times I go wide at that hairpin over the course of the weekend. But there we go, we complete the lap, 141.6, that completes the R&D.
That last lap moved you up to second place.
Now we're going on 140.8, which puts us second at the moment. And as we come up to this hairpin again, looks like I go a little bit wide again, so we're going to count that. So there's a second wide hairpin thing there. So, I just carried on doing laps, really. And after a while, I sort of went into the pits and fast-forwarded towards sort of the more end of the session, as you can see, as I go wide again. I'm down into P13 now, so I thought I'd put in a bit of a better lap. And as I come towards the end of my 5th, I go 5th. I go 5th at the end of my 5th lap. And there you go, that's where I ended up.
All of the goals set for you this session. The boss is pretty pleased with you right now.
9/10 off the pace. Sebastian Vettel was really on it there.
5th place in practice. That's the end of the session.
Yes.
Nice work.
Yes, engineer, I can see where I am. We're just going to look at the order here a bit. And oh, Crofty wants an interview again. Here we go.
How do you think your car stacks up against the rest of the field this season?
Well, it's not the most competitive car in the world, so that's not the answer. But then again, I seem to be getting some good races, so I'd say we're in a pretty good position. Yeah. Right then, straight after qualifying, and this time I didn't forget that it's only one session. But what I did do is leave it pretty much to the end as I go wide for the 4th time this weekend, and it's only qualifying. And, yeah, so coming towards the end of my first lap here, I go 9th. Which is alright, but I feel I can do better as So coming around this corner here, I only just avoid Barrichello behind me. That was a very, very close call. But coming around the final corner, the session time has literally just expired, and I go 5th.
That's 5th on the grid. Well done. Nice result.
So same as practice, and again 9/10 off the pace. Vettel half a second ahead of his closest competitor, Mark Webber, in the fellow Red Bull. Vettel has really been on it so far this weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised if he won the race. So here we go, there's the order. Just thought we'd take a quick look at it. But yeah, 5th place, that's not a bad starting position. McLaren's had a bit of a disappointing session there. Beaten by both Red Bulls, both Ferraris, myself, and a Renault of Robert Kubica. So McLaren's had a very disappointing session there. They'll be hoping to make it back up in the race.
The boss is expecting another podium finish this weekend. Think you can deliver?
Well, that's a weight onto my shoulders, isn't it? So anyway, off we go. Leaving the line here. It hasn't been the best start. Kubica is already going to take me right down the right. I'm going to try and go back up his inside, but I've been forced a little bit wide. I'm onto the grass. And can I hold it? No, I've spun out. I've hit another Renault. He's lost his front wing. I've lost my front wing. And this first corner has been an absolute disaster. My good practice and qualifying have gone to absolute waste. We're going to take another look at it here as I get completely mugged by Robert Kubica, and then I try and take it around the outside. He sort of forces me wide. I've got no choice but to go onto the grass, and then from there I just completely lost grip, span into the other Renault when I was out of control, lost my own front wing, lost his front wing, and there wasn't a lot I could do from that position, really. We're going to look at it again here in slow motion from this slightly different angle. There you go. I just completely lost control. There was nothing I could do. I didn't get a penalty. I'll tell you what, if this had been F1 2012, that would have been a nailed-on penalty. But never mind. Even without a front wing, I still managed to sort of do an overtake here at the end of the lap. But it doesn't matter anyway, because I've got to come into the pits for my not prime tyres. I'm going to go back onto options, actually. But I am going to get a new front wing, because quite frankly, I can't do an entire race with no front wing, especially not around China, with that first corner, which, as we've all just seen, has caught me out already once. So, here we go into the pits. There's someone else in the pits as well. That'll be the other Renault that I took out. But he's coming a bit ahead of me. Let's see how the stop is. It's usually about a 5.2, isn't it, for just a tyre change? So add on a front wing, and it's 6.9. Oh, come on, they could change tyres. If a front wing change is 6.9, 5.2 of that is not tyres. But anyway, we got some catching up to do. I say some catching. We've got a lot of catching up to do. And this isn't going to help, going wide yet again for the 5th time this weekend and first time this race. I have not caught up to anyone just yet, and as I come towards the end of lap 3 into the 3rd sector, I've spun out. I'm going to do a quick 180-degree spin, but that has not helped my chances of getting anything from this race at all. And now I've just lost about another 10 seconds to the field. So I've really got to race hard. I'm going to cut all the way to lap 8 now. And there have been a few people in the pits saying, oh, Kovalainen and Glock having a bit of a ding-dong here. And I've been watching them, and I've actually gone wide whilst watching them. But Kovalainen's come out on top in their particular battle. But never mind, because actually, no, Glock got back ahead of him, clearly. But I've just taken them both around the outside, going into Sector 3. And, well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I've only caught up to most of these guys because they were in the pits. I'm not sure if I've actually genuinely caught up to them. I highly doubt it. But we've also got a run here on Sebastian Buemi. So I'm just going to go around his outside. He's already gone defensive very early on the straight. So I've just gone around him. And can I catch up to Jaime Alguersuari as well? Not quite. And actually in doing so, I missed the apex. But I haven't really counted it as a wide. But I'm going to come into the pits now for my prime tyres, which I'm going to switch over to now. And as predicted, I didn't really catch up on them. It was just because of the pit stops. And already I'm back down into last place as I come in for my prime tyres, which should take me to the end of the race, barring accidents, of which I've had I've had one. So it's not completely out of the question. I'm no longer last, briefly. That's because someone else was in the pits. Again, 5.6. 5.6! Are you having a laugh? Are you actually... What? That's 4/10 slower than usual. That's ridiculous. That is the last thing I need when I'm in stone dead last place already. Never mind. Coming up to the end of lap 9, the first thing I did was go wide again. So that's 6 times I've gone wide on that corner. It's the brakes. I find the brakes on this game just do not work. And I do it a second time in a row on lap 10. I just don't like the brakes on this game. You click brake and you just carry on. Can you guess what happened on the next lap? I did it again. But as you can see, I'm actually catching up on Jarno Trulli very, very slowly each lap here. So despite the wide hairpins, I am catching up as I completely outbrake him going into this corner. I've run into the back of him. Again, you click brake, you don't stop, you just carry on. And I just haven't been able to get used to it yet. But here we go. Going up the inside of Jarno Trulli, he's just basically let me through in his Lotus. So that was nice and easy. Getting towards the end of the straight now, I go wide again for the 9th time this weekend. And for like the 4th time in the last 5 laps. It's absolutely ridiculous. Coming on to lap 13, there's been someone in the pit, so I gain another position. And up next, by the looks of it, is Bruno Senna. And I'm going to go around his right side, going into Sector 3.
Is that Glock?
Lewis Hamilton! Ladies and gentlemen, Lewis Hamilton is down in 20th place. And I'm going to go up both his and Timo Glockson's side, both at once. So after McLaren's disastrous qualifying, they're also having a disastrous race. Well, at least Lewis Hamilton is, and I'm having a disastrous time with that hairpin. Hamilton's going to take me back up the inside, but somehow I'm going to outdrag him after that. That's just not possible. But there we go, back up the inside, coming towards the end of the lap, and I'm up into P19. So that's my teammate in the pits. I'm going to overtake my teammate. Bye-bye. See, even after my pretty awful race so far, I'm still managing to beat my teammate as we catch up here to Karun Shandok, who's now working as a pundit, or not a pundit, as a reporter sort of guy for Channel 4 F1 Racing. Anyway, I'm going to switch back over to the inside after almost going around the outside, then I've taken him now. So I'm on to P17, and up next is Lucas Di Grassi in a Virgin. I don't know what that says about his life, but guess what I do here? I'm going to go wide. In fact, that's the widest I've been all weekend. 11 times that is now. And Shandok takes me, but I'm going to take him back around the outside now. And, well, yeah, nice and easy. We've come towards the end of the race now anyway. Hasn't been the most exciting of races, really, thanks to that first corner, but never mind. Lucas Di Grassi is up next. I'm going to get absolutely no points in this race. I hope you can all tell that now. But Lucas Di Grassi is up next. I'm going to try and go around his outside. No, I'm going to go up the... No, I'm just going to hit the back of him. That's what I'm going to do. Hit the back of him. But now I'm going to go around the outside because, as I would expect, I do have a horsepower advantage over the Virgin in my BMW Sauber Ferrari. And I wanted to look at the map there because there was a dot that just stopped, and that was Sebastian Buemi. Go back if you didn't notice. Just look at the dot ahead of me. You see it just stop. Buemi span on that corner. And, well, as my engineer just said, I'm up to 15th place. And, well, Vettel took the win, as was expected, really. He dominated the whole weekend. And we come through 9 places above last, despite our first corner. It wasn't the most exciting of races, wasn't the most tense of races, but, yeah.
That was a good, solid drive. That was a good, solid drive. That was a good, solid drive. Well done.
That was a good, solid drive. Are you actually serious, engineer? Well, I don't know what he was smoking, but, anyway, I ended up in 15th place. It's most of the usual suspects towards the back, but Lewis Hamilton ending up in 18th place. I don't know what that's about. And also, his teammate, Jenson Button, 13th. No points for McLaren in a time when they had one of the fastest cars on the circuit. This was 2010. And, I don't know how they had such a disastrous race. It was almost as bad as mine. But never mind that, Vettel takes the win by 3 seconds from teammate Mark Webber and Fernando Alonso rounding out the podium. Kubica coming in impressive 4th for Renault. And then followed by the 2 Mercedes and Williamses. There are far too many Germans on this grid, I've just noticed. But anyway, I'm in 6th place in the driver's standings, way behind Mark Webber. Lewis Hamilton retains 2nd place despite his race. Vettel makes large inroads on Hamilton there. Not so large on Webber still. I'm in 6th place, still in with a shout of the championship, but I've really got to get my act together if so. So, yeah, and again, same as me, BMW Sauber in 6th place. So that was Shanghai, nice and quick and out the way. And next we can move on to, I think, Catalonia, which is a circuit I prefer a lot more. I just need to get used to these non-stopping brakes. Not even Crofty once interviewed me after that appalling race. So, yeah, it's Catalonia next. I just got to remember where to brake, basically. And I'll do a lot better. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And check out, of course, the other races in this series. Thank you for watching. And see you next time.